December is always vulnerable because we've got the dark nights. People tend to put on Christmas lights, which are in the front window, attracting the opportunist. And what happens is you put your presses around the tree. Yeah. The normal general public don't tend to think about security until something happens. They're burgled, or next door is, or a relative. So it's good to have, like, 2 locks on the front door. Don't put keys on show. Take the calendar out the kitchen. That gives dates of when you're actually out over the Christmas season. And a cage on the inside of the letterbox to stop letterbox fishing. Very popular with the opportunists.
That's the old coat hanger going through and lifting the keys off.
It's actually an extended pole that will go through the front door, lift the bag, all keys off the side, bring them back down the pole, through the letterbox, and they're off with your pride and joy, your car.
One of the other heartbreaking episodes that we normally read about at this time of year is someone who's got all of their Christmas prezzies in the car, on the back seat there for all to see, and that's like another great big magnet. It's like you're saying, there's lights on saying, hey, this house is celebrating Christmas, so we're going to be full of everything.
It's standard practice. We go Christmas shopping, we load the car up, we leave the car as it is, and it attracts the opportunist again. It's just exactly as I've come in today. I'm looking at all the cars. 99% of us parallel park. Cars are dead straight. 1% will turn the wheels into the gutter to stop that car being moved. You'll find that 1% won't have their car stolen. The 99% of us who parallel park, the car will go. Christmas presents in there. Dead giveaway, easy to get in. You're talking 30, 35, 40 seconds to empty a car of all the presents.
So the 2 big headlines, it seems to me, listening very carefully to what you've said, is don't advertise that you are actively engaging in Christmas, and do the obvious little things that just make it more difficult for someone to come and do you over.
Well, I always say, look at your own property. Imagine you lose the keys to your house. How would you get in? Because believe you me, the opportunist will find that way very, very quickly. So it's all about security. Be conscious of what's going on. Don't be in a massive rush. So you can make sure these things are safe and you have a good Christmas.
The other thing that struck me as interesting on that introduction to our conversation with the facts and figures from L&V. Other insurance companies are available. But if you do get done over, the first thing the insurance company wants to know is if you've got a crime number. You work with the police on this campaign, having gone on the straight and narrow. I read recently that many members of the public are deeply concerned that the police just don't take burglary or petty theft seriously.
No, the police do. They take it very seriously. The problem you've got, it's just like everything. They haven't got the resources. And a crime number is to help you with your insurance, but a lot of crime that's committed, yes, it's terrible, it's really bad, and the opportunists are out there committing it. But we ourselves are responsible for doing something about our own security. Why are we relying on the police who haven't got the resources? I wish they did, but they haven't. So it's down to us to protect what is ours. How many times do you see, just walk down the street, people put big boxes out saying, we've had a new TV set, or we've had this. They shouldn't do it. It's all common sense. Yes, burglars shouldn't be out there burgling and, you know, wrecking people's property, but it is down to us to do something positive about our own security.
Do some police forces still have what I always thought was an absolutely brilliant public service, which was security experts within the force who, you know, particularly if you've moved to a new home and, if you're lucky, it might be quite a big place or what have you, and somebody who really does know their stuff, one of the people you work with, will come along and say, look, that looks dodgy, you want to deal with this, I would recommend this, that and the other. Do they still have that?
Yes, they do. Crime prevention officers are still out there. They will come and advise you what to do. It is common sense, but they will advise you what you can do to protect your property. I say, obscure the front window. Don't put the Christmas light on show. 2 locks on the front door. Use the second lock.
The mesh thing over the letterbox.
The letterbox.
What's your view on CCTV, particularly the cheap and cheerful ones that are advertised constantly on television, which you can link up to your mobile phone so you can see who's rat-a-tat-tat at the front door?
Fantastic. Any system you put up is a deterrent. It stops you being a target. So, yes, and the cheap ones are just as good. So, yeah, if you can afford it, put an app on your phone, cover the front of your property and the back, and you'll find you won't be a target. It'll move on to the 99% who don't bother.
And again, please accept that as evidence, even if it's on your mobile phone, like a
Depending
selfie.
if you've got a clear shot of the opportunist burglar, it's got to be very clear. They can't go on a fuzzy image. It's got to be very clear.
And in terms of not advertising what you've got, are you a stick it up in the attic man, or are you put it in the stairs under the cupboard man? If you've got stuff that you know isn't normally there around the base of the tree, but is going to mean the world to somebody on the 25th of December.
It's better to put things at the top of the house. Burglars don't like going upstairs, and if they do, they don't want to spend a long time there because they feel trapped. So the further at the top, the better. Keep bags out of the way, plastic bags, suitcases out of the way, so they can't fill your suitcase with your property and take it.
I have to say the packaging one was one that hadn't crossed my mind. I know the grill thing and I know the lights and so on, but the packaging is a very good idea. I've just bought a new telly, or I've just bought an X, Y or Z.